Back now.
Yeah, we are.
And welcome back here to this ESCA Season 14 Land Finals. Again, I'm Corey Dunn alongside Van Silly. We've got a TSN reunion going on, so we've got some things that we're getting all worked out.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, as but the next matchup that we have going on is going to be Frost Gaming going up against MonoManiac. And so these are, we'll see how these two kind of pan out. Of course, we saw Clown and Mo, or Yaz and Mo over there, talking at the panel. But let's talk about MonoManiac for a moment. You got Kiko, you got Rush, Arya, TM, and Juvenile.
So we did talk about, or we did read the interview going on as well by Sapphire as well on ESCAnews.com, where they were saying how Juvenile is the type of person, the in-game leader that kind of listens to everybody, trying to like understand how everybody plays, how everybody wants to play. I think they kind of have some good chemistry going on into this matchup. But if you're looking at their FPR, their ADRs, they're still just, in my opinion, at a platform where complexity and curse are not. They're actually lower. So,
right.
But they're facing off against a team such as Frost Gaming, who they themselves are not that great, in my opinion.
You know,
they're good players. Don't get me wrong, but if you're looking at statistically in LAN right now with the 6 teams that we have so far, they're not as dominant as we think they would be against these teams.
You're in reference to I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I would consider these a ragtag group of good players.
Yeah.
Just kind of watching them, they've been meshed together. I'd even say that the same for Frost Gaming. They've got some really interesting characters over there. You've got Freakazoid to look at. He's just an unbelievable slayer. He'll pick up numerous kills. You've then got that's one of the players is wrong on there. Or
it's on that left.
That's Clown.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Clown or Yaz, who there
had
for
a week
Haunt.
to practice.
And then you've got Mo, and then Easy PK. So one of the things that I want to bring up that I think he didn't get a lot of love at the last LAN is I think Easy PK is actually really good in his first initial. I would consider him a rookie last season. And so coming back into this one, I just think that he's the one to be on the lookout for because he made some really great calls. He was a strat caller for Curse last season, and he did well, especially in the matchup that they had against NIP there on Nuke. They almost had that matchup, but there's been numerous times where NIP was up against the wall there on Nuke, and they've came back and won them. So
we'll see if Easy PK coming in. Is he going to be the strat caller? Is he going to be the one that's going to be able to change things for Frost Gaming? Has Clown practiced enough? Is he going to be able to be a dominant factor in this team as we're getting to start off this first match here on Cash between Frost Gaming and MonoManiac?
Yeah, again, so we have Clown, Shazam, Mo, Easy PK, and Freakazoid here for Frost Gaming. For MonoManiac, Arya, Juvenile, Kiko, Rush, and TM. So let's go ahead and see what kind of default setup we're going to have here. Actually, we can go ahead and browse through and see what kind of weapons they decided to go with. USB there, USB.
It's going to be an aggressive rush, though.
Yep, all right, so back over here. Let's go back over here with Clown. Can Clown be able to hold this one down? They're going all out here towards that B side. As right now they can continue to be able to move back over there. Bomb will get planted here in just a moment by Rush. Arya tried to push there through that towards that van side, and Rush finally getting into the site. Yes, now it's going to be down to a 3-on-4, but they are all stuck inside of the bomb site right now. They have not made their way through, and they're coming from all different points. 4 entry points on this bomb site, and they're coming in through all different ways. They're flooding the gate, and they're getting picked apart. Left up to Juvenile. Juvenile is going to get taken down. So even though they pushed right into the B bomb site, they basically put themselves in a trap where they got pounced on from all different sides.
And Clown started off with a kill. So that's a good start here for Frost Gaming. And it was a basic strat, though, for MonoManiac, going with massive decoys towards that middle choke, and then also towards that B area, but still running and rushing into that B, trying to get things done. But like you said, Corey, they funneled themselves in the back of the site. They had nobody going or trying to cross back towards Checker and set up a crossfire. So it's an easy retake for Frost Gaming, especially with a peak advantage in CSGO.
All right, let's go ahead and see how quick will Easy BK rotate quickly or not. They're going to go ahead and kind of push around here in towards that bomb site. Clown's going to be able to pick up 1, make that 2 so far. That's actually a really big killer by Rush, but over on the other side, he's going to be able to push in. Again, Easy BK did not pull. That's what I was wondering. Is he going to pull or not? Can he
That's
just
what
allow?
she said. But yeah, great round.
I was gonna let you be and see how long you can sit there. 2-0 right now.
I can last very long.
That's what he's. What? I don't even know. No, that's not. That's not what. No. 2-0 in favor of Frost Gaming here over MonoManiac. As right now, you take a look at the scoreboard, you can see that Shazam has got 4 kills. Clown has 3 as well.
And Clowning's playing his part at B right now, and looks like they're going to commit towards B again, but with a surprise buy from MonoManiac after playing on the first round.
It's a good point to bring up there. Again, they got the bomb planted, and so we'll see what they kind of do here. No, not a single player. Take that back. Mo, of course. Mo has the faded zebra. That's from the esports package. As right now, you can go ahead and kind of be able to push up there. He's going to get taken down. It goes back over now. Over here with Clown. Clown spraying away. Doesn't take down one. So this buy has worked out so far here for MonoManiac. As Shazam's going to get taken down. Easy BK now. As he's just going to continue to kind of be able to push in there. Look how low Juvenile and Arya sitting at 4 and 5 health. They're really low, but they still were able to cause a lot of damage. So MonoManiac picking up their first round.
And that's what I liked. They knew that Clown was playing with the MP7 2 rounds ago. They gambled to see if he was going to upgrade or not, and they set up to flash, should I say, towards the toxic area through the window inside B, and also Molly inside that site because Clown has played in the back of the site both rounds. So putting that Molly down on the floor forced him to get out of his position, and then MonoManiac, just ran in and totally swamped over Frost Gaming's defense as they had the weaker weapons for the CT side. Now save round though for Frost Gaming. They overtake this B bomb site again. I think it should be another easy round coming in here as we only have nobody left inside B, and they're just gonna have maybe one guy try to flank Frost, which is gonna be easy PK. Nah, he's actually at CT spawn, and he's gonna get caught off guard through that reload. So last guy is going to be Freakazoid, picking up that AK before. He's going to attempt to save this at the middle area after he picked off Juvenile. But another, should I say, good surprise buy for MonoManiac on that third round.
Yeah, that third round really helped them out a lot. I'm still just wondering why Mo had an M4 that round. I don't know why he zeroed out his money going into the third round, deciding to go ahead and buy the M4, the M4A4. Going into that round, it just still trying to process that. Why would you put your team at a disadvantage there?
And they're going with a double ops.
They could have bought during that fourth round.
Yeah.
But now I guess it works out. So now we're going to see 2 different ops that are going to come out here. One's going to be coming from Shazam and one from Mo. As he misses, of course, making a very difficult shot on him. Spot again, missing again. He's going to try a third time's a charm, and it is as TM goes down. As now we got here, still Clown here inside the site here with Mo. Mo's actually going to rotate out of there. Let's see over here from Easy PK's perspective.
Yeah, he rotated back to mid to off that area now.
Let's go back over here to Mo. Mo just kind of rotating back and forth between the two. Clown now still in the site by himself. Let's go back over here to the other side now for the bomb carrier. Bomb carrier is Arya. Going to be pushing here towards the site here in just a moment. Rush kind of working his way back over there through checkered right now. Still kind of spreading out everything.
Yeah, they're gonna go and flash through that window again and commit towards B.
So right now, let's go and take a look here from Clown's perspective. Flashbang over the top. Here comes another flashbang. Molly to force Clown out of his position. And he's going to fight through the fire, and he's going to get taken down back over here with Mo. Bomb working inside the site. 25 seconds left here in the round. Arya will get that bomb planted and trying to be able to push over. Nice shot by Arya. Let's go back over to his perspective. And down to this 3-on-3 as he finally gets taken down. Left up to Juvenile now, and Juvenile
close, so close,
is going to get dropped as well. And Easy BK forgets that gravity's still an impact.
You just saw the expression on his face looking up in the sky like, why the hell did I do that? Because even though if they won that round, he puts himself in a tough situation because look at that. He was able to buy here a weapon. Okay, he's able to fully buy a weapon and grenades, but no armor after killing himself there.
Yeah, that's the fact is he killed himself. and just forcing them to buy a whole new set. Armor, $1,000. An M4, $3,100. Grenades, you've just flushed out everything that you earned the previous round. Luckily enough, his teammates are going to town right now. Clown here inside the site. He's got the M4A1. And nade coming in, and it evens things back up as Freakazoid just up on top of here. Going to still be able to work around here and towards the site. Juvenile right inside the site. Bomb is down somewhere. Bomb is down just beneath Freakazoid.
Ah, nice peek.
Ari is going to go on the flank here. Let's figure out where that bomb is at right now. Back over here now too. Pushing up now. Going to be creeping up here in just a second. It's going to spot one. Is he going to be able to push back around here? Now he's giving away his position now. Still has a lot of time to toy with here. Easy BK, nice position there. Looking over the top, and he sees the foot of him.
Yeah.
As you can see where that bomb is blinking now. You can see it's right below that catwalk. Just taking their time now. Again, he has full accessibility here. 20 seconds left to go. Easy BK going back and forth. He knows he has the advantage here. And oh no, he's missing the shot. 1 health left. And he sprays
oh
and
my
he
God.
loses
1 HP
that
clutch.
round. Oh my goodness. That just can't happen.
That was cool. And you know what? Like you said, that shouldn't have happened because where Easy PK was standing at those barrels, he was able to spot the feet and also the silo. He knows exactly when Arya is going to commit inside the site, but somehow he couldn't capitalize on that kill. Big mistake going on by Easy PK. So killing himself, missing that 1 versus 1, it's going to get to his head for sure.
Wow.
Now, on top of that, Frost Gaming is going to be on a save.
Yep.
This
Nice
gives
shot.
a chance for MonoManiac to come back in the lead.
TM looking for anybody to push up here. It does take down Mo off the start. Let's kind of spread out and look around the map here. Go back over here to Shazam, who pushed up inside of mid. He's going to get taken down. So Easy PK over here, still over in the A-bomb site. Freakazoid rotating to join his Bash brother, Clown. Pushing inside there now. TM's going to be able to pick up another one. Here comes Freakazoid. Freakazoid spraying away. He's not going to pick up a kill. And so Easy BK, silence USP, pew-pewing.
Almost.
Not going to happen there. 4-3 now in favor of MonoManiac. Wow.
Yeah, they're taking the lead now, 4-3 for MonoManiac. I got to say that one strat that I do like for the terrorist side for MonoManiac is taking advantage of that molly inside that window. They were able to force Clown out of position and also Nate to take him down. Clown probably needs to find a new spot to play on the CT side. At least if he still wants to hold B, try to start taking checkers, start playing silos, start playing heaven somewhere else. Just change his position from time to time.
The big part, too, to consider is how expensive the CTs are playing here. I mean, they're buying ops. We saw a round where they had 2 ops during the round, and that right there is incredibly expensive.
And probably the reason why we see a double save right now.
And we're going to see it. I think we're going to see it time and time again, even with the money bonus that they're acquiring. We're probably going to see a lot of double saves coming in here. As right now you can see they're kind of regrouping. But Shazam, he had a great position, but Thunder footed his way right into the headshot there from TM.
Yeah, there's nothing really you could add to this round. I mean, Frost Gaming were all split out, playing default positions on the CT side, counting on individual aim and purchasing P250s instead of really trying to go for stacks and overpower MonoManiac and win some guns. Like you say, going with double ops, being expensive, losing that, going on a double save. If you're going for stacks, and at least you know you're going to lose a round, but at least you're going to be able to pick up some guns.
Double ops again.
Go with that. Why don't you go with stacking and saving guns instead of splitting out with P250s? I know the gun is cheap, but you got to try to win some stuff. At least guns, not rounds.
Yeah, this is expensive. And the fact is, they have to hit every shot. And you can see how you've got MonoManiacs changing up the choke point there, putting that smoke up, and Mo is not afraid. Playing extremely aggressive there. He does have Clown to be able to give some cover fire when needed, and also Freakazoid. So we've got Freakazoid right here inside the vent, and Mo right there getting some pop shots. Wow, Mo, there you go. Mo picks up 4 in the round. Picked up nice 4 frags there. Now it's going to make it 5-4. So what was a very expensive round, they need to be able to pick up this one as well.
The thing with the double op strategy, though, is that you're forcing Mo to peek aggressively at B inside the hallway, and you're counting on your oppers to hit your shots. Shazam was able to pick up that last kill at middle the last time, which what I like about their setup is that they have Shazam. If he's playing middle, he's going to rotate back towards A, and then Mo is probably going to rotate from B to
no,
A.
you did not.
Partially flash. But like I said, it all comes down to having your oppers, having to land your shots. If you're not landing them and you're able to commit towards the site, you're in a tough spot there for the CT side.
Hey, Frost Gaming is an NBA Jam team. Whenever you let them get on fire, they don't stop. They're
Monster Jam.
They just don't stop. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look.
Fire.
He's heating up.
That's it.
As right now we're kind of checking out, spectating throughout the map. They realize that EasyBK and Shazam are over here. Here comes some smokes and flies. Let's go and hop on board with them right now. EasyBK flying on the backside. He's just on the other side of that red train box. He's going to be able to spray down 1. Over the top comes 1, but that's going to be Arya. He's the last man standing, the LMS. Here for MonoManiac. Coming back in here. Mo and Shazam both know where he's at. As they're just going to go and hold him down. You can see how Shazam is just peeking out in the open, and they're going to continue to be able to push out there. Clown continuing to play aggressive, and Arya with a nice little drop shot, but not going to be able to finish things off. And Mo, well, says I'm all about the leaderboard, and he's got 9 and 7 right now, and they needed that round big time.
You know, at this point, they tried to peek so many times towards B. This time it seems to not be working 2 rounds in a row. After dying, TM dying at the beginning of the round, they tried to go back towards A, but as they went back towards A, they got opted down by Shazam. So what's going through MonoManiac's mind right now is where can we commit where we won't get ops so easily? Towards that connector? Maybe, maybe not, because Shazam opts towards that middle as well. He rotates a lot with Mo to try to cover all 3 areas as possible, as much as possible, sorry.
I like how Mo's changed things up a little bit here. He decided, we got EasyBK's pushing up right now and missing. You need to hit those shots. As he had the upper hand in that whole situation there, and he needed to make those shots. As right now we're back over here. Real action is going to happen here towards mid. Freakazoid is going to be able to worry about a 6. Hopefully Shazam can give him some cover fire here. And that's Mo, who's swatching just this sliver scope through. And that kind of deters Rush here. And I don't know what he was thinking there. Just as that's going to do it there. Shazam, this has turned it into an op map now. And the double op, I was critical on it. It's just an expensive tactic. And it's a very Counter-Strike source way, too. I will say that.
They're on their shots. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself or stress this. I mean, if it's working because they're hitting their shots. As they're trying to split towards that B bomb site by having 2 guys trying to peek towards the main door and then try to smoke and maybe go through the vents, but they actually have 2 guys playing towards the middle when Shazam is opting there. Shazam's not by himself playing that middle
Let's
area.
have some fun. Here goes. It's Motown. Oh, no, it's not going to happen. As Clown is now going to be stuck inside the site. He does have Freakazoid to join him as well, and they're going to be able to shut down that B bomb site, as now the score is going to be 7-5 here in favor of Frost Gaming.
Save round there for MonoManiac, trying to see if they could try to push in and catch Mo off guard by running through, hoping that Mo, if kills 1, then they're going to be able to pick him off. At least they're able to kill him. But like you said, Freakazoid was already rotated with Clown all together. Set
idea.
up a crossfire with an M4. Nothing more that the T side could do.
No, there's nothing. I mean, they had 3 inside the site. Whenever you take out 1 inside the site, you can anticipate. That's it. But Freakazoid was already there, and this is what Freakazoid's known for, playing aggressive and making waves happen, making an impact. As right now he's going to be spotted out there. Nades just coming over the top. Going to slow him down a little bit.
What's good is that he chose the right moment to push because they didn't.
Uh-oh, easy BK. They're pushing from all different angles. It's now left up to Rush, and he's going to get taken down. So now you can see MonoManiac is back on their heels. They're waiting, anticipating. Where are they coming from? And they haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, so just to finish what I was trying to say is that these guys are choosing the right moment to push because MonoManiac are playing very slowly to try to take the Operas down. But it's not working. Maybe they're going to try to go back and go for set nades. But as they're getting ready for set nades, they get pushed up by the counter-terrorists coming in from locker and coming in from middle, and then they just pick them off. I mean, Frost Gaming is playing a stellar CT side right now. MonoManiac rode the wave, had the momentum when they went for that surprise buy and put Frost Gaming in a bad situation. But now?
This is where Mo's playing now. Mo decided to go ahead and shift entirely, and he's playing aggressive here. Really what's going to happen is Easy BK is going to find Kiko here in a moment. Kiko's probably going to draw in a distraction here. He's going to basically open up the door, then start to push in here. Although that may not be the case, but because here comes the bomb right now. And we're going to see some action happen here in just a second. And, ducking again. Rush avoiding that off shot. And he gets taken down by Kiko. Where are you at, Easy BK? He's going to get taken down on his backside. That cover fire that was they're getting picked apart from all different angles. They have not spotted one yet in a proper way. As you can see Shazam right here. And basically, I'd just give this one up here.
Yeah, it all came down to one spot that
nice
what
shot.
A shot though, yeah. Trying to go for another quick scope here, but like you said, it all came down to one position that was supposed to be covered by Easy BK that wasn't there to cover Mo's back. And there you go. That's why they were able to capitalize onto the inside. If they win this round, no, they're not going to win this round.
No, they're definitely not going to win this round. But he's going to lose this off now. Maybe. Goodness. Where are you going with that? Clown's going, wait. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, so he saves his weapon. Oh, no, wait, no. I've always been so critical on that. If you're going to save your weapon,
stop peeking.
Save it.
No, for sure, for sure.
There's no reason to peek out for the last second. There's just it cracks me up every time.
So despite all of this and Frost Gaming that's hitting all of their op shots, it's still a very close game coming into an 8-6 last round score.
That's because at the beginning of this game we started off with MonoManiac making an impact where looked like there are going to be double saves coming in from Frost Gaming. But right now, as we have it, Mo's going to be able to push up here. And so right now, Clown's saying, yo, bro, can you boost me? Yeah, I'll slide over there. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. And he's going to be able to push in through the pit now.
That's exactly how they said it, too.
Adrian. Hey, Adrian, can you give me a boost now? That's probably the worst impression of Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, it was close, though.
Whatever.
Yeah.
America's version of Pasha.
America.
All right, so as we're right here, of course, for those that don't know, Vansili is not an American.
And actually, I was looking at the stream. Somebody thought I was a Mexican. Actually, I went to Turkey for 10 days. I tanned. I'm Asian. But the Mo connecting with two off shots right now.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
with a third one through smoke. Nice shot there.
Interpolation much. As right now he's going to go ahead and slide back through, picks up another one. No, Mo. Calm down. Juicing up before the game.
Clowns is smiling because he got an easy frag there. He's like, yeah, thanks for that frag, dude. I'm able to at least do something.
Go through a quick list there for you. Well, now I can't do this one. I know the other team very, very well.
Yeah.
I think that Kiko's the second player. Juvenile's down there at the end that you can see. I apologize for the rest. I know your names.
I think Arya's closest.
Yeah, Arya's closest to you.
Yeah.
He's probably going to pick on me because I've always pronounced his name that way. I just don't know for a fact that's how I am pronounced.
Arya?
And maybe Arya.
Are you sure?
I've always called it Arya. I've always called him Arya.
I'm pretty sure it's
But
Arya.
it may be Arya. Or Arya? Arya?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? 6-9 was the first half score there in favor of Frost Gaming.
So now we're going to count on Frost Gaming. They're able to hit their off shots. Now it comes to the block, which is another very accurate weapon. if they're going to go for an aggressive push towards B and having Mo and Shazam at the point, I think it's going to be quite easy for them to take this site, knowing that there's 85% chance that somebody's playing in the back of the site at barrels at B.
I'm still curious, and I want to find out if we get deep enough. Are we going to see a double op again?
Probably not on T side.
That's what I would think. Naturally, that makes sense. You don't double op. You barely even op on the T side anyway. But if you go back, watching the way that Shazam and Mo were playing with that op, they were playing aggressive. And there still might be an intent that they might decide to go for a double op. I'd love to see it. I agree. I don't think it's going to happen, but let's go ahead and see how this pistol round, because that's really what it comes down to it. We could be at a 9-9 score after this round, or after this pistol round finding out. Yeah, so right now it looks like they're going to commit over here towards the A bomb site completely. They've got 2 players that are going to try to be able to hold this one down. Now it's going to be left up to Rush here trying to hold that one down. It's not going to happen. They do take out one in that crossfire. So Easy BK right there on the other side now. Go and switch back over here. Headshot there by Easy BK. Kiko goes down. Arya, the last man standing. And they get dropped 10-6. And a quick little roster rundown for you from right to left. You've got Shazam, Easy BK, Clown, Freakazoid, and Mo. Take a look here at the money, see where we sit just off the start, getting a second round. But you saw that you had 2 players been able to pick up kills there. All right. As we're going to start to see them push over here. Right now, Clown's just going to start to be able to push up. You got some Galils that are going to be coming out here. 4 players in this site. You're taking a gamble. Did you choose wrong? It may not matter if you just go in with full slaying power here. They realize, hey, this site's stacked, and we've shut it down.
Yeah, they kind of hit too close, I guess, through the boxes instead of trying to play angles on that
Exactly.
stack.
Yep.
Maybe having the 2 guys peek first. They tried to go for a kind of like a banana setup in Inferno back in the 1.6 days. You have 2 guys push bananas, 3 guys hide in the back of the site. But at that point, like you said, Frost Gaming was just easier for them to get the frags as they just spam their submachine rifles.
So one of the things that we can kind of look at is kind of, again, going back to what happened there. Again, the reason why it was such a effective round there for Frost Gaming is because MonoManiac, the way they played it, they were peeking out one at a time. That was the other issue, is they weren't team shooting, especially on a pistol on a save round. You need to team shoot. You need to provide more targets to your opponent. They just weren't doing that. They were coming out one at a time. They were already at a disadvantage, a gun disadvantage. They can, you know, that MonoManiac or Frost Gaming can lay out more bullets because of the submachine guns. And again, this round was the save round here for MonoManiac. And Rush is not going to find anybody here. There's no reason to peek. Honestly,
I don't know if that bomb was going to blow him up because he had like 5 HP left at some point.
Yeah, but either way.
But it's going to be a gun round here for MonoManiac.
Double ups?
Now, yeah, let's see it. They're just going to go for a single
Shazam's
up.
got 1. Mo did not upgrade, and neither did Freakazoid. So take a look here. Yeah, so Freakazoid's sitting at 7K, Mo's at 6K from not upgrading. Poor Rush. He's going to have to hold down the site by himself. Take a look here at the overview for just a moment here. You can see you've got all 5 players pushing in here on board with Rush. Flashbang's coming out. Nice little flashbang. Pushed him into the corner. Picks up 1. There goes Freakazoid. He'll upgrade next round. As Rush picks up 3. Picks up the hat trick. As now it's going to be left up here down to a 2-on-3 as Easy BK, he's still full health here. But his teammate Shazam, Easy BK picking up a 3rd one as now it's down to a 2-on-2. Make that 4. Easy BK looking for 5 as he's trying to find where that bomb site is. He's down to low health. Here comes in the nade just over the top. He stays alive, back and forth, and Shazam, 5 health in the bag, picks up the round. Easy PK has just joined the club.
That was amazing. I mean,
And not a fitness club, an actual Counter-Strike group of people. Not, I know it looks like a fitness club, but 13-6 in favor of Frost Gaming.
Rush did an amazing job to
fact.
hold as much as he could towards the CT side. I mean, he's the only one with frags for his team right now, like 5 rounds in.
He did what he was supposed to.
Yeah.
He did exactly what he was supposed to. As we're here on Cash, I like the new updates. Hopefully we can get the new update that Volcano's put into the map. As Arya caught in no man's land. He's going to get taken down. Perfect nade by Kiko. As Kiko's got his teammate there with him. Again, they sacked the right site. They're going to start to continue to push in here. Shazam, headshot. He's head glitching there. And he,
Nice quick scope.
Yeah.
Now, I just wanted to chime back on the last round because this is a safe round. Juvenile's last man standing, 4 versus 1 at bomb planet B. He's not going to be able to get anything done. I just got to say that they almost had the upper down. Shazam had 5 HP left on the A site. I don't know why or how MonoManiac weren't able to capitalize on that kill on Shazam to make it maybe a 1 versus 1 situation and maybe make MonoManiac win that round. I mean, he was out in the open with the shot. The CT was out in the open to get that kill. The easy PK just stepped it up and saved it for his team that 2 rounds before.
14-6. They've got an 8-round lead here over MonoManiac. So go ahead and take a look here at the setup here for Frost Gaming. You've got Arya watching inside of mid. Basically pretty much a default setup across the board here. Smoked up over there towards they're doing default as well. I believe that's Easy BK who's battling it out over here. See, Arya's pushed all the way up though. Smoke's out there. He's gonna be able to make it all the way up here towards this entry point. Just on the other side. Looks like they may still kind of push over here in just a moment. Mo's going to distract for a little bit longer over there towards that B bomb site. But now, as you can see, Arya still pushing around here. Mo going to be running around. He's going to turn around at the wrong time. Mo spotted him, but he does get taken down. Back over here on the other side of the action. Back over with TM and Rush. We saw Rush last time. He was able to hold it down. He's going to be able to push back over the top.
Nice spray.
Arya able to take down one. TM spraying away, doesn't finish one off. As now it's going to be left up to Clown, and he's going to get dropped there by Arya. Arya picking up 4 kills in the round, 14-7 in favor of Frost Gaming.
That round was actually almost Arya going with an ace. 1 frag was actually stolen by TM through that squeaky door as Arya was spamming, but Arya played a great round. By killing Mo at the beginning of the round at middle, not only was he able to get that kill, but he actually heard all of Frost Gaming push towards that A bomb site with the footsteps because he was standing just right behind them. Given that audible call for his teammates to rotate across, that's why Frost Gaming were in such a tough rut moving inside the A site because Arya was a key player for that last round.
All right, as you can take a look, they're going to start to really push out there. What a
Not
shot there by Freakazoid. Let's take a look here at this setup here. Actually, we can look at his perspective. That is number 3.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
As Kiko. We'll do another look at that here in just a second once we get into the action here. We got all 4 players kind of.
You know, I've never seen that stack before. I don't know if you saw that stack before, but Kiko was actually boosted on the top of the silver boxes there to look across towards that window and was able to take down Shazam. Key player for Frost Gaming so far. But we're going to continue with the action as they're going to push towards the A bomb site. Kiko, who we're looking at Rush right now, actually, was just around the corner, got picked off here by Easy PK. Juvenile, meanwhile, is going to stand above his teammate's corpse, which was Arya, who was trying to get the shot from the pickup truck towards the entrance of A. But he's going to be the last man standing on a 3 versus 1 situation. He doesn't know that Freakazoid is very low, though, but Freakazoid is just around the corner. Peak advantage, though, but Juvenile is going to be able to take him down because he did have the advantage with the HP. And Mo somehow threw that smoke headshot.
You can see that Frost Gaming saying, hey, nice boost. Again, like I said, let's go back over here. Through the window. There we go. This is kind of that boost.
And it was
right
just the top of the helmet that they saw with that boost.
It was like right. The only thing I don't like right now is you can't.
We saw it. And from that spot there, Shazam was maybe or going to try to flash through the window or opt through the B entrance. So he never knew that Kiko was going to be there and peek towards that spot.
No wonder Shazam has been so effective. He has that off lightning skin. Makes sense.
Lightning fast shots.
A lot of his shots were lightning fast. And hey, I asked about it, and look, I got it. Although he died, but they still got that double op was going out there, and we saw how effective it was.
Yeah, I mean, that double op was because Mo picked up that op and he didn't want to give it back to Shazam. And at least he's able to get something done here inside B as he picks off Juvenile.
Golly. I'm at loss for words. Kiko inside the site. He's going to get taken down by Easy BK. This could do it right now as MonoManiac is fighting back into it. Low health for Frost Gaming.
Low.
They're sitting at 24, now just 12 as it's up to Clown. Can he go back to his heyday? Nope. Not going to happen. 15-8 now is going to be the score here in favor of Frost Gaming, but there's such a long road for MonoManiac to be able to put this one into an overtime.
That's right. Still a game point situation, though, for Frost Gaming. That last round, like you said, that double op strat, Shazam actually tried to play very aggressively, though, as he was boosted up towards that middle barrel area to go towards the orange roof. But he got easily picked off because he was out in the open, missed a shot, easily killed. And that put Frost Gaming in a situation where they had to commit towards that B-bomb site because most of the guys were there. At this point, though, we'll see if MonoManiac can come back in this game, but kind of doubt it.
Spot. You know, one of the things that a lot of players need to understand, especially in whatever division you're kind of playing at, it's not even just at the invite level, is that players typically play the site and play the aggressive on the same site. Like if you're playing B on defense, as right now, as you can go ahead and see, they're kind of battling back and forth. Ari's been able to pick up the op there from Mo and misses that shot there. But now it's going to be down to a 3-on-5. Kind of scanning around through the map here.
Yeah, Arya realizing that he's so much better with an M4 that he decided to leave that off behind.
All right, so now Clown trying to even things back up. Still down to a 3-on-4. Freakazoid low on health, and he's standing out in the open. And he's about to get peeked out here, and Juvenile decides not to. Rush is holding his key position where he went huge last time as he takes down one. And he goes for this flash right over the top. And he's worried about his own flash blinding him. And Freakazoid catches that nade. As here comes now, it's going to be left up to Clown, down to a 1-on-2. Bomb is down over there in the open. Nice smoke grenade. He's going to continue to be able to push out there. 10 seconds left here in the round. You can see that Kiko is just on the other side. Doesn't have a lot of time to work with here. 4 seconds. He's going to go for the kills here. He doesn't. I don't know what he said. He didn't realize what the time was.
I think Clown just shown that having 1 week to come back in the game is not enough. I mean, with 2 seconds left, definitely you don't have enough time to go for a plant. And there you go. There's that common rush. Fully blinded himself with his own flash.
Yep. It is a great flash. The problem is he knew when to turn around, and so he turned around to his own flash. And I wouldn't even consider that he blinded himself. He didn't even get a chance to blind himself.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong. What Clown tried to do, I think it would have been a smart play if it was a 1-versus-1 situation with the time remaining. Because with all the smokes, save round for Frost Gaming, so we're just going to talk over this garbage time.
Yep.
But with all the smokes and all the flashes that Clown has thrown, that gave him enough cover and enough time to actually at least get a bomb plant down for his team. On a 1-versus-1 situation, I would understand that you would throw the flashes, sell the fake, and then try to get that final kill with the remaining seconds. But with 6 seconds left on the clock before he actually realized that he had to plant the bomb, it's tougher to kill 2 guys under 5 seconds than a 1v1. Under 5 seconds. And then with 2 seconds left trying to run back to plant the bomb, you're just basically throwing.
Yeah, no, he definitely wasn't supposed to be in that type of position. He should have just went ahead and put the bomb down, put the timer in his favor instead of vice versa.
Exactly.
At least, I mean, he was already at a numbers disadvantage. He didn't need to be at a time disadvantage as well. Of course, that would give away his key position. There's really not that many positions to plant the bomb over there towards that site. Let's go back over here to Rush. We know his position. I know that Frost Gaming knows his position as well. So we'll go ahead and start to see. It's a great flashbang. Here comes his counter flash. Second counter flash. It's just so interesting how he just turns back and forth. It almost doesn't even seem like he has. And they did a great job of delaying it out there as they're going to go ahead and start to rotate back around. TM was only able to pick up one. this could be Frost Gaming's round. Bomb is going to get planted by Clown inside of the A bomb site. Still taking their time to be able to push over there towards the site. And there goes one. Now it's going to be left up to Juvenile and Kiko. Up against the ropes. They have to hit these shots. They know exactly where both of them are at. Juvenile picks up one and make that Kiko in there as well. Now down to a one-on-one. Bomb still ticking away. Has a defuse kit. He does have some time to work with here. Shazam playing this one just through the smoke, trying to draw him in there. He's going to get spotted. Now he knows exactly where he's at. And he missed it. He had to hit that shot. And Frost Gaming takes map number 1, 16-10.
Yeah, great round there going on for Frost Gaming. Nice try by Kiko. But again, I got to say that a key round where Frost Gaming came back just came towards that after they got the oppers and the double op on the CT side from Shazam and from Mo. I mean, the advantage came in for MonoManiac when they bought that surprise buy at round number 3 on the T side. But as soon as they got 5 or 6 rounds up, and then MonoManiac went on, Frost Gaming went on a double save and were able to save enough money to get guns. It was just downhill from thereafter.
Yeah, one of the things that was really impressive to watch was Mo on some of his shots over there towards that B bomb site, just basically giving himself just a couple pixels to really work with there, double scoping in and just making the shots count. Again, also seeing Shazam. We only got to see him during the dead time whenever it really didn't matter, the throwaway time. And he ended up hitting some really ridiculous shots. But for the most part, I mean, he had to be playing well because he was high up on the leaderboard as well. Then also something to note is Freakazoid, and during his moments where he is playing aggressive and making some really good shots. On the other side, MonoManiac, we can take this into the second map. Rush did a great job of holding down that A-bomb site during one round. After that, I think it got to him where he's like, okay, I had a great round, and then it just didn't build off of that. Another thing to kind of look at, Arya had some really good rounds as well to kind of stack up on that. Kiko, Juvenile, TM, pretty basic, consistent, nothing too spectacular overall. So just looking at it, you can't count out what's going to happen here in the second map. We're going to be on Season.
Yep.
Season's an interesting map. I like it at times. Really what it comes down to on DE Season is the right smoke placement that you're going to get. You're going to see a lot of people taking advantage of the fact that there's no skyboxes there. You throw over the top, you're going to see those fall in places. You're going to see a lot of that. Other than that, it really just comes down to the shots. And these, I think Frost Gaming just has a better and stronger shot than MonoManiac.
Yeah, and, you know, before we get on to the season, we actually do have Holden at the panel getting ready to interview one of the players from Frost Gaming until we move on actually to the second map. So let's head on over to Holden now.
All right, well, we are here with Amir Khair. We just watched Frost Gaming take on MonoManiacs, getting a pretty decisive victory. It looked a little more so as MonoManiac climbed in a little bit there at the end. Go ahead and walk through what you saw. You were sitting back there behind Frost Gaming.
Yeah, I was behind Mo and Freakazoid for the whole time, and they got off to a really good start. They won the first pistol round CT side, which you don't really see, or you haven't seen in the past that often.
Right.
They got the defuse. They won the second round, but because MonoManiac got the plant, they won the third round, so that forced them onto a save. There was like a little bit of inner team turmoil, I guess. Like they were talking amongst each other, kind of like bickering a little bit.
Yeah.
But then they won a clutch round, got back up on their feet after losing a clutch round to Arya, who only had 7 HP. That kind of threw them off.
Yeah, I saw the end of that. That was pretty.
Yeah,
that was
and then
nuts one.
they came back, and then they won T pistol, which helped them a lot. Mo, who has kind of not really been touching the op on line. He was opping a lot on land, got a good 4K, that kind of stuff. They just had a lot of team chemistry, I guess. I think Clown really helps a lot. He hasn't been back for long, but if you're watching them, he was giving a lot of good in-game lead calls and called some ecos out. So I think that they're not really too strat-based, but they were playing really together.
Right. Well, that was one of the things I was going to ask is you have a lot of big personalities on that team, and, you know, Yaz is another one who comes in, another big personality. But I was going to ask, you know, how much of a benefit is, you know, having a player be replaced last minute like that, you would think would hurt most teams. But Yaz coming in, he has so much LAN experience. Is that really more towards their benefit?
Well, online you would say like, oh, he hasn't played in a while because he didn't play at all this season.
Right.
So they were kind of questioning his shot, but I mean, he was there warming up. He was doing really good, and I think that overall it's a better environment for them because. As weird as it sounds, like Mo is kind of like an over-the-top, really emotional guy, but their strat caller is actually easy PK, and so having another loud but stable person like Clown to just kind of equalize everything, make some in-game calls when it's necessary, it really kept them together, and it showed a lot. So I think it was better for them, especially because Mo, Clown, and Freakazoid have a lot of experience together. So I think it was a good decision for them.
Right. So what do we expect coming in? Like I said, Frost Gaming just took that one pretty handily, but now they've got to go on and go on a DE season, and I'm not sure who has side choice in that one, but how do you expect that one to play out? Another map that a lot of people feel to be pretty balanced, I think, for the most part. I've heard mixed opinions. I think a lot of people think it might be a little more terrace-sided because there's some long rotations that you have to fight against. But
yeah, I think now granted, I don't know. I know Kiko and some of those guys on Stay Frosty or MonoManiac, they're 1.6 players serving like COD players.
Right.
And everyone from Frost Gaming specifically came from Source.
Right.
The season is a Source map. So I think that even though they might not have the most strats in the world, all of them already know how to play the map, and to their benefit, the map was ported over pretty well. So I think that automatically they will get the upper hand, as well as having the momentum from winning the first map. So I think they'll be able to carry it over. If it's a good match, I mean, I guess I'll throw a pred out there. I think it would be like something like anywhere between 16-8 and 16-12, but I think Frost will take it.
all right, so we'll see Frost move on, and we'll see MonoManiac drop down into that lower bracket. So I guess one last question here. We'll go. We're moving into the next season. Saw on ESEA, you're back known as Frag Machines now. Your team now known as Frag Machines again. What are we looking for as far as Frag Machines on the coming season?
I don't know. We've already talked a little bit as a team, and I think that most of us are going to stay together, regardless of where we play, what division, that kind of thing. But me, XP3, Mibs, we've all kind of agreed that we're going to stay together. So
Alrighty. Well,
that'll be good.
Thank you, Amir, for joining us. We are all done here, and it looks like we're about to get into the second map, so let's go ahead and cut to it. Or we're going to take just a couple more seconds here.
Keep talking. Hello. Hi.
As we are just getting ready for this next map. It's about to get going, so we'll be cutting back to Dunn and Van Silly. Hopefully everybody has been enjoying it. Again, tweet out to hashtag ESEAland if you want to see your tweets out on the stream. We've been posting those up, as well as a lot of giveaways and sweepstakes and those sort of things. And eventually tomorrow we'll be getting to some user questions as well. So that said, we're going to wrap it up. We'll move on to the second map as Frost Gaming takes on MonoManiac